Hey everybody, welcome back again. And today I've got another unboxing for another figure that I've been excited to get a hold of, and that is DX9 Sunstorm, which is their version of a Masterpiece G1 Sideswipe. This one comes from Show Z, and I think a lot of people are starting to get theirs in now. So let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed and take a look at him. And I think initially I called him Sunstorm, but he's actually Red Storm. So he comes in kind of a box that's very similar to the other DX9 toys. We haven't actually gotten a DX9 release in quite some time, but this is definitely reminiscent of their older figures. And I'm glad to see them releasing stuff again. I have kind of a soft spot for DX9 because their version of Blitzwing was actually the very first third-party figure I ever got. It took a while for me to be interested in collecting those because when I first would see the videos for them, I thought, these are just, junk knockoff versions of Transformers. They're not the real thing. They're probably crappy quality, and was I wrong on that? So let's go ahead and get this guy opened. And right out of the box, you see obviously that he comes in alt mode, and he comes with some nice accessories. Nice little gun there, and a couple of hammers. I know these are a reference to a particular episode of the G1 cartoon. I can't really remember which one, but those are the two hammers. I know these parts come off, and those can go directly on his hands. Those are also reference particular episodes from the G1 cartoon. And then he comes with his shoulder mounted launcher here. And then last but not least, the bot itself, or the alt mode itself. So really nice looking. Very nice red. Looks like there's a little bit of paint and then red plastic, obviously. We've got the pop-up headlights. So very cool looking. Looking at them. Nice wheels. They're rubber. They're a little bit narrow, I see. But I don't think that's a showstopper. So let's go ahead and get this guy transformed and take a look at him in bot mode. All right, so there we have him completely transformed. It's a little bit tricky in the back with making some of these pegs line up and trying to get this peg into the hole in his lower torso, but he comes together really nice. He's a really good looking figure. Very G1 reminiscent. He's pretty heavy. Let's bring in, for comparison, the official Masterpiece version. You can see it's a lot different. I didn't think he was going to be really that different at first, but looking at him, I mean, it's a very significant difference, and I would even venture to say that this guy is a little bit more cartoon accurate than this is. In retrospect now, looking at the official Masterpiece, it's very similar to the Siege mold, but still a good figure, and I really like how this looks. Looking at his articulation, and we've got to get some of these pieces pegged in. His head, we've got pretty much all the way around rotation. He can look up, down, a little bit of tilt. We get some good shoulder out if you bring his shoulders down. Good articulation in the elbows. One thing I will say, the hands look a little bit big to me. He looks like his hands are a little bit too large for his body. So, but again, once it's grasping, one of the accessories or something like that, shouldn't be that big of a deal. He does have waist swivel all the way around. We've got an ab crunch. We've got some hip skirts on the front, on the side. And we've got a single hip skirt in the back, so he can get his legs all the way out. Up. Only back about that far. This piece right here hinders a little bit of that articulation of the leg back. Looking at the knees, pretty good. A little bit more than 90 degrees there. And looking at his feet, we've got some ankle tilt, some toe down, a little bit of toe up, not a whole lot. But yeah, really good articulation. Rivals that of the official Masterpiece version. Here's the back of him again. Let's bring the official version in. He does clean up really nicely on the back. And looking at him from the side, cleans up really well. I forgot how much backpack there is on this guy. He's kind of been at the back of the shelf for years and hadn't really thought twice about him. I didn't even really realize I needed another one of these, but I saw this and thought, yeah, what the hell? But overall, I say, yeah, this is a really nicely done bot version for Sideswipe, and I think I would hope that DX9 will continue with some of these and maybe give us a Sunstreaker, a Red Alert, a Cordon, and see what they can do with these figures. Let's look at his accessories again. So this is the DX9 version of his shoulder cannon, and this is the Takara version, very similar. Much more crisp lines on this. And the way this pegs in, it looks like it just pegs in on this post here. So yeah, overall, a really nice figure. I'm very pleased with this one. I think this is actually going to replace my official Masterpiece on the shelf. I think the official will be relegated to alt mode and have this guy in bot mode. So again, I thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, just please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.